Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here. I am ready to continue this new campaign in Ultimate General Civil War version 0.90. I'm playing on Brigadier General difficulty, which is the normal difficulty of the game, where there are no bonuses given to either side. Getting ahead and getting prepared here. This is where things left off after the first Battle of Bull Run. And I'm going to do the convoy ambush next, which is basically a dash for grabbing Union supplies. You have to grab the supplies in order to win the battle. You get 2 units of cavalry to start that aren't yours, and then you take in an additional 10 brigades. A couple of things. Some folks have been asking if I would show what I do in between battles, so I'm going to try to do that as much as possible. And first of all, some really good advice I was given was to just stockpile some of the artillery and weaponry that even if I don't need right now, I'm going to want later in the game. So 64 of these telescopic sight Whitworths will not allow me to even create a unit, but what that does allow me to do is have 64, and then more will be available, and I'll be able to just keep buying those up until I can use them. I'm doing the same thing with 24 pounders, 10 pounders, buying those up wherever possible, so that I am eventually able to have enough to form some batteries with those. 10 pounder, same thing here. So we'll have a few of those bought up, because I'm not going to need a lot of this. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to buy at least a couple more brigades of cavalry. So I'm in a good position for that. Let me do this. Let me get, I've got a Brigadier General here, Stonewall Jackson. I'm going to make him a division commander. I've got another Brigadier General there. Alright, let's go ahead and look at some cavalry here. What do we have as far as weaponry goes? Not a lot. I prefer melee cavalry. I could use the sharps, but those are more of mounted infantry at that point. You want to dismount them for combat. But we'll go ahead and get some of these palmettos here. And I'm going to just do 500 for now. Like I said, I've already got at least 1 unit available to me. And then that'll give me 4 total of cavalry for this brigade, or for this battle, and that should be plenty for what I want to do. So for the rest then, I'm just, right now my max is 1,500 in a brigade. I put both of my points from first Bull Run into Army Organization. That'll get me to where when I add 1 more after this battle, that'll allow me to have 2,000 in each brigade rather than 1,500, so that should set me up a little better. And I'm going to go veteran in these units just because I can afford that right now. And I'm mostly focusing on morale and efficiency with my artillery, or my infantry for the time being. I may not do that with all of my infantry, but at least for the ones now, that's what I'm doing. So this is a smoothbore unit here. I've got enough artillery now that I can go ahead and create one with 8 guns of 24 pounders, which I love these 24 pounders. But I easily want to be able to identify those on the battlefield, so that's why that. We'll go same thing here, cables, howitzers, so I know who they are. And 1 more of artillery, I think. 10 pounders. I've got 12 of those available, so Douglas's 10 pounders. Alright, so that gives me 8 brigades. I can go with 2 more for this battle, and we'll go infantry. I got a lot of Springfield 1842s, enough to outfit 2 more brigades. So for now, that's what we'll do, just because it's cheaper and allows me to save my money. Eventually I'll go with more efficient weapons than that, more effective weapons than that. And for this particular battle, I'm not too concerned about the fact that a lot of my brigades are commanded by majors. Eventually I'll want them leveled up, but hopefully I can use some of these smaller battles to level up those leaders so that I will not have to spend quite so much money on that. But the good news is I don't want to build any more units right now, because if I do that and I put these other 9,500 recruits into my units that I can't use, that's just going to hurt me with the scaling even more. So we'll go ahead and look here now at the ambush convoy where things stand. So he's got 13,000 men now, and that's scaled up from where it otherwise would have been. So he's obviously going to outnumber me, but that's not a big deal because I'll have all of my men on the battlefield to start and he won't. So here's where things stand, and this is all about running out there, grabbing the supplies real fast, and then getting back, and then just holding the line right here. And if he wants to come after me, he can, fine, but I'm not going to go to him. So let's do this. Let's get this cavalry up as close as we can to the front. And basically, I'm not too worried about where everybody else is. I will use a little bit of infantry to get them up there. This is one of those battles where I'm going to pause a lot at the beginning because it's really precise movement that needs to happen here in order to grab these supplies quickly. And I'll kind of get a little more precise with that movement as I go along here. All right, so we'll let him move a little bit. We'll spot where he is, and then do a little more here. All right, so timeout. Boom, there he is. Here's the 3 supplies that I've got to capture right here. They're right in the middle. So I need to engage this infantry so that I can take the supplies. This is one of the few battles that's like this where you really just have to go right for it here. So I've got to issue a no-fire order to my infantry. I mean, not my infantry, my cavalry. Where's my other cavalry? Here they are. Okay. Go this way. And right there, go that way. And then once we grab the supplies, we're immediately going to be dealing with the reinforcements that he's going to receive. All right, so obviously my artillery comes, or my, why do I keep saying artillery? My cavalry's coming under fire there, but there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the way it's going to be. And I don't even see the 3rd supply unit right now, but I know he's back there. All right, he's right there. So these guys are going to grab that one. These guys are going to grab this one. And then they'll grab that one. And the reinforcements are going to come from here. So I've got to quickly grab these supplies and then get out of dodge. All right, we grabbed one. Let's get him out of here. And then I'm going to go ahead and send these guys toward this one. Alright, and I grabbed them all. Okay, now these ones we're going to head straight south with. Get them out this way. These ones will go this way. These guys can go ahead and fire now if they need to. Okay, so now it's just a matter of engaging the enemy if he chooses to be engaged, which I'm not entirely sure he will want to fight me, but we'll find out. But I'm going to get my artillery up to the front here for now. Alright, a little bit more micromanaging while I get the supplies out. See if we can get this unit to surrender. Yep. Very nice. Loving the new surrender mechanics of the game, how easily you can get units to surrender when they're isolated. See if we can do the same with these guys before it's too late. Come on, Robinson. Surrender, dude. I don't want to take the Virginia Brigade out there too far because I know that the enemy's going to be coming. Doesn't look like Robinson wants to surrender. Here comes the reinforcements. Let's get on these, see if I can get on this artillery before he gets his infantry into battle here. Maybe not. Here comes his cavalry. I probably just need to pull back at this point. Get out of here, guys. I may lose my cavalry. I should have just fled when I had the chance. Because that whole surrender thing can work both ways. It can hurt me too. Go, Jones, go. Get out of there. Oh, man. Got real trouble now with this cavalry unit. They're stuck. They're in bad shape. There's not really anywhere for them to go. I think I'm going to lose that other unit. Yep, I did. It's alright. Small price to pay for this one. Alright, let's see here. Let's make sure everybody's in position. And hopefully he just will choose not to attack, because there's not really anything to be gained by it. So a little slip up there with the cavalry, but otherwise that went off pretty much flawlessly. Now we're just going to sit back and let the clock tick out. And I'm trusting that he's just not going to even bother with trying to come after me. He might at the last second decide to make a little attack, but we'll see. Sometimes it's nice for the game to be a little quiet and boring, and this is certainly an example of that. Although I guess it wouldn't be a bad thing if he attacks me, because I'd be able to inflict some casualties, which now do actually have an effect on the game, unlike before where they didn't. So I am off to Buffalo, New York this afternoon. This is actually Sunday afternoon when I'm recording this. I'm not quite sure when I'll make this video go live yet, but off to Buffalo. If you watch any of my videos just talking about my channel, you know I work for Rachel's Challenge, which is an organization that promotes kindness and compassion in schools, and was really privileged to do our program in a couple elementary schools in Orchard Park, New York last fall. Great schools. If any of you happen to live in that area, Eggert and South Davis are the elementary schools. Fantastic schools with great staff and great kids. And they're having a big end of the year celebration to celebrate 9,000 acts of kindness that they showed to one another during the year. Great kids. And so I'm excited to get to go up and be a part of that celebration. and then I'm going to be doing an event for the community there at Orchard Park High School in the evening on Monday night. So trying to record some videos before I go so I can get those live. But life does go on outside of the video game world, and I'm excited that I have the privilege of being able to do something that really makes a difference in people's lives. So I'm excited about that. And we're about to wrap this one up. And we'll have one more battle before Shiloh, and he never came near me in here, so that's the way I like it. I just wish I hadn't lost that cavalry. That's definitely my only concern there. I inflicted 600 casualties, lost the cavalry. But there's the supplies I grabbed. So, good day. So now I can put, plus because I captured those units, I got 1,000 additional recruits. So I can put that additional point into Army organization, which now allows me 2,000 in each brigade, which will be very helpful moving forward. So after the Battle of Ambush Convoy, I'm certain I no longer have the power to stop History Guy, and I fear I will be replaced. I'm now counting on our old friendship and your political connections. Can you please help me to gain more time and receive more military support? Without new reinforcements, my military career is at stake. I am depending on you. And the general will be advised that 2,200 seasoned troops will arrive by railroad to reinforce. Same thing here. I think those are old messages, actually. So just looking at his training, still pretty low. Army size is up to about 56 to 59,000. But I'm getting to the point where I'll be able to hopefully match some of that eventually. Let's look at the armory real quick. So I did not get any more telescopic sight Whitworths available. I'm wondering if maybe that'll happen after. Ooh, there's some J.F. Brown telescopic sights too. Maybe after the next major battle. I'm going to go ahead and grab up some regular Whitworths as well. And artillery-wise, no, not a lot new that I can go after. Some more 10-pounder Parrots. We'll go ahead and buy those up. And I'm going to go ahead and buy these Napoleons too. So I'm spending a lot of money early in the game to grab some of that stuff, but oh man, I lost a division commander in that battle. So we'll go ahead and replace him. So let's look real quick at Stay Alert and what we can take into that one. Oh yeah, this is the one with the supply depots. So, alright, if I remember right, they basically come from all sides, but this is basically a defensive battle. So 10 brigades, and I'll be fighting defensively. So I'm just going to max out my 10 and nothing more than that right now. Because, you know what, let me pay attention because I want to just show what happens with the scaling from before and after. So he's got 10,000 men, 33 guns. Wouldn't be surprised to see that go up a little higher to 15 or 20,000 after I do this. But I'm going all veteran here. So instead of more men, I'm just going for more experienced men at the moment.
Yes, sir.
So the unit of cavalry that I lost was actually one of mine. So that kind of stinks. I think I'm going to go rookie here for now. Same here. Doesn't change a lot. So, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm thinking I might go more artillery, but I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and put together these Napoleons. So, that gives me almost 11,000 men, 41 guns. I'm sure I'm going to be outnumbered and Stay Alert. Yeah, he's going to have 14,000. But with me fighting defensively, that's going to work out really well. I'll keep a tight formation, and that difference of 2,000 men is going to be quite minimal. And I think I should end up doing pretty well. So there you have it. We'll go ahead and come back later on with that next battle. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for any and all input that you have. On the game, on my strategy, on what I've chosen to do with the game. Please give your own comments, your own strategies for what you did for these various battles. I certainly appreciate that. And I will come back again soon with Stay Alert. If you like what you see and you hit that thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.